the Republic Day of celebrations, the week that has now been marked in India's message to the world will not just be limited to showcasing its military and cultural might on Kartavya Path. It will also be about Bharat's economic strength and strategic partnership. Now, as India marks 77th Republic Day, European Union's top leaders will be in the national capital at a crucial moment in global trade. For the first time, the president of the EU and also the president of the European Council will be in India's Republic Day guests, and they will be participating right from their visit, which is marked from 25th till the 27th of January, and is now being seen as a strong political signal from the European Union. Now, this timing is also closely linked to the India-EU Free Trade Agreement, which is the FTA, which both sides say is now nearing completion. And on January 27th, India and the EU will now co-chair the 16th India-EU Summit in Delhi. And this summit is expected to review the status of the long-pending India-EU Free Trade Agreement. Srinjoy, good afternoon. EU officials also saying that the deal is almost done. Technical chapters are ready, negotiations that have been taking place, and it picked up pace as far as since 2022 is concerned. Several rounds of negotiations have also been held.
Yes, the point is the deal will be announced during the visit by the two presidents. It will certainly be announced, but the legislative framework that is necessary as a result will have to be worked out later. But once the deal is announced, then clearly the road to the economic prosperity that basically 25% of the world will get, because India has a population of 1.4 billion. The European Union has a population of 300 million plus. So that's nearly 2 billion, which is about 1/4 of the world's population. So it's important that this goes through. And if it does go through, then it means prosperity for both sides, for not just India, but 27 countries in Europe of different sizes. And that includes France and Germany and Italy. All three are G7 countries, besides, of course, the other big countries like Spain and Central European countries as well. So it's a big moment, not just for India, but also for Europe.
All right. So the EU there eyeing the Indian market and aims to steer a rising power like India away from when it comes to the issues geopolitically that has now been mentioned as the pressure that continues to build even from US, and also to diversify its partnership, doubling down on its strategy of a multi-alignment at a time when its relations with the US has now taken a downward turn. Srinjoy, thank you very much for that update. Now, when we talk about India being the fastest growing major economy in the world, it wants easier market access for products such as textiles and pharmaceuticals as well. And together, the EU and India account for 1/4 of the world's population and also the GDP. So that is why it is now being touted and being called as the mother of all deals. Let's take a look as far as multiple countries that we are looking at, the work that now seems to be in progress. Of course, when it comes to the steep tariffs also that has now been put in by US. However, there are talks and negotiations that are underway. Facing challenges from China and the United States, India and the EU have also been negotiating massive free trade pact, and talks that have been taking place. First, that was launched about 2 decades ago and are now nearing the finishing line. So the work seems to be in progress. Now, the timeline that has been taking place, let's take a look. It was back in 2007 when the talks happened first, and thereafter, between 2007 and 13, multiple rounds of negotiations that have been taking place, and it had picked up pace, while in 2022, the negotiations restarted, and it was in 2026, within 4 years, we are looking at most of it as far as the negotiations that have now been arrived, and the deal is likely to be sound, and also a formal announcement is now expected to be made. But in the meantime, when we talk about all of this that now seems to be happening, the leadership back home in the opposition continues to take a pessimist stand. Now, as India prepares to sign its 9th trade deal in 4 years, Rahul Gandhi seems to be back with his dead economy narrative. Now, Rahul Gandhi on X shared a video of his interaction with people from the textile industry, claiming that 50% US tariffs were severely hurting the textile exporters. He went on to warn that job losses and factory shutdowns and reduced orders are now part of reality of India's economy, and holding the Prime Minister responsible. Rahul Gandhi concluded a post with pointed call that please direct your attention to this matter, a style that you would know, as far as President Trump's social media posts always usually end with that line. But this isn't the first time that Rahul Gandhi has used this phrase of dead economy. It's been ongoing as far as since last year, when Donald Trump first made his attack towards India and Russia, calling it as a dead economy, and that very sentiment was echoed by Rahul Gandhi.
He's right. I mean, everybody knows this, except the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister. Everybody knows that the Indian economy is a dead economy. I'm glad that President Trump has stated a fact.
Now, interestingly, Rahul Gandhi's dead economy bab comes a day after Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar hailed India's growth story at Davos. D.K. Shivkumar himself said that India is rising at the World Economic Forum and saying that it is clear that the world is now looking at India with growing confidence, and he is confident in what has now been built and a momentum that we can continue to carry forward. Now, after Rahul Gandhi's own have debunked the dead economy narrative, the BJP is now coming out to mock the leader of opposition, saying that the only thing which is dead is the Congress High Command's understanding of reality.
डाउनफॉल और डेड इकोनॉमी भारत का नहीं है, जिसके प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी है। राहुल गांधी का माइंडसेट शट डाउन हो गया है। मैं उनसे कहना चाहता हूं कि राहुल गांधी जी, मेरी चुनौती स्वीकारो, और मैं आंकड़े के साथ चुनौती दे रहा हूं। अगर उनमें ताकत है तो बहस करें। अपनी खुल रहा है हाउस, राहुल गांधी को चुनौती देता हूं, नहीं तो माफी मांगे।
इस देश का जो सही हितैषी होगा ना, वो देश के किसानों का हित देखेगा, और हमारे देश की सरकार, मोदी जी की सरकार, किसानों का हित देख रही है, भारत का हित देख रही है। कोई हमें आंख दिखा के या धमका के झुकाना चाहे तो भारत झुकने वाला नहीं।
Meanwhile, Congress and its ally, the Samajwadi Party, has hit out at the center over its handling of the US tariffs and the impact on India's textile sector.
Suddenly, what happened between Donald Trump and Modi ji, we don't know. But he has imposed 50% tariff on all our businesses, all our imports. That has affected very badly to the textile industry in Surat, and it has affected 30 to 35% export component of textile in India. Because of the failed foreign policy, because of the failed Doland, my dear friend, Howdy Modi, and the show done in Ahmedabad has yielded nothing to the textile industry. So that is why he wanted to make understand the government of India that you should do something which would help textile industry.
आज जब रुपया लगातार गिर रहा है, नौजवानों के हाथ में रोजगार नहीं है, नौजवानों का रोजगार लगातार जा रहा है, टैरिफ को लेके जो व्यापार था उस पर लगातार असर पड़ रहा है, और टैरिफ को लेके जो समस्या है उसका समाधान होता भी नजर नहीं आ रहा है। राहुल गांधी जी नेता प्रतिपक्ष भी हैं लोकसभा में, तो उनकी जिम्मेदारी भी है कि वो सरकार से सवाल पूछें और सरकार को जवाब देने चाहिए। जो सरकार ये कहती कि दुनिया की तीसरी सबसे बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था है, उसको इस बात का भी जवाब देना चाहिए कि रुपया फिर अपने आज तक के ऐतिहासिक स्तर पे कैसे गिर गया।
Now, it's not just like the Prime Minister saying this. A week ago, the Managing Director of the IMF has also called India a bright spot of somewhat cloudy global economic horizon. The IMF has also upgraded India's 2025-26 growth to 7.3% from earlier estimate of 6.6%. Now, the question is Rahul Gandhi paying attention to the data?
Narendra has surrendered before US. लगातार हमारे देश का अपमान अमेरिका के राष्ट्रपति डोनाल्ड ट्रंप कर रहे हैं, और मुझे लगता है उनको बोलना चाहिए। वो देश के प्रधानमंत्री हैं, वो अमेरिका के राष्ट्रपति के कोई एम्प्लॉय नहीं है।
The financial and economic situation of India is not good or rosy as the union government is projecting. The per capita GDP does not contribute to the amount of the growth story which the Prime Minister and the entire BJP is claiming to be.
Rahul Gandhi is a serial liar. He is a Pinocchio of modern day politics. He is a leader of propaganda. He is part of Bharat Badnami Brigade. The World Economic Forum is saying that India is the bright spot. EU Commissioner, EU chairpersons, they are saying that India deal is very important. It's the mother of all deals. Yet Rahul Gandhi, whose political career is dead, is finding Indian economy to be dead.
Well, Nyamika, is Rahul Gandhi up for a debate on Indian economy? Because this direct challenge is coming in from a union minister, no less. Because previously as well, he's made comments as far as manufacturing sector in India being on decline. Then he speaks of the textile industry as well being affected and there has been job losses. Well, is he ready for a debate? Because this direct challenge is coming in from a union minister.
Well, it seems so that the Congress party is also ready for having a debate, because this question was also being asked to Mr. Pawan Khera, who is the chief spokesperson of the Congress party, that the BJP has given an open challenge to Rahul Gandhi to have a debate on the Indian economy. We have seen that how the Congress party has been continuously targeting the government of India's policies in terms of the economic growth of this country. They have said that no matter what the numbers are saying, but the ground reality is completely different. That is the same kind of a statement which is being given by the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, as well, because he has renewed his attack of a dead economy by mentioning about the tariffs which have been imposed by the United States. Rahul Gandhi has been continuously attacking Prime Minister Narendra Modi, saying that why there is absolute silence on the part of the BJP government at center, the way in which these tariffs have been imposed upon our country. He was basically having a conversation with the textile exporters, in which Rahul Gandhi has mentioned that the continuous job losses, the shutdown of the businesses, all of this is because of the impact which has been created after the United States have imposed a 50% tariff upon our country. And
So
for that reason, he has
and a lot of works that have already been done as far as negotiations is concerned for a free trade agreement, as India hopes to expand its market globally. Thank you very much, Nyamika, for getting us that update.